Hi guys, welcome to this video. So I want to start a how-to series regarding how to use different equipment in the gym and different machines in the gym, and how to target different muscle groups in the gym, and the different types of exercises and workouts that you can be doing at the gym. I really just want these how-to videos in my series to be dedicated to girls who want to get into the gym and want to learn how to use different equipment and different machines, but you don't really know how to, because I definitely know what it's like to be too intimidated to use a machine or to not know the correct posture to have when you're using machines, and how intimidating that can be because you don't want to look dumb when you're using a machine, or you don't want to use incorrect posture. So yeah, I really hope that these videos are very informative and I can explain how to use a machine correctly and the different exercises that you can do on a machine. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to use the Smith machine and how to target your glute muscles, your hamstrings, and your quads with the Smith machine. So this is what the Smith machine looks like, and honestly, the Smith machine is my favorite machine at the gym because it's quite simple to use, and there are so many exercises that you can do on the Smith machine, and you can just have a really good workout with the Smith machine. And it's not that hard to use. And at the back of every Smith machine, there are a bunch of plates that you put on the bar once you're doing your exercises. So how to use the Smith machine. So the first thing that I do is I step under the bar so that I'm resting the bar on my shoulders, and then I put my hands on the rough part of the bar. There's a shiny part, and at the outer ends is a more texturized, rougher part where your hands go. So I have the bar on my shoulders and I have my hands on the rough part, and my hands are faced upwards. My hands are faced upwards like this. My hands aren't like this, they're like this, and they're in line with my shoulder, and they're holding onto the bar. And basically, when the Smith machine is at rest and no one's using it, there are these hooks that are resting on these nuts. And basically that is what is keeping the bar stationary and locked in place. And in order to unrelease it, unhook it, and be able to use it, I rotate the bar with my hands and I raise my heels just a couple inches, and I'm kind of standing on the balls of my feet. So now the bar is resting on my shoulders and in my hands. That is what is supporting the bar now, no longer the machine. Now that the bar is released from the machine, I can go up and down with the bar, and this is how I can do my exercises. And if this is the first time using the Smith machine, you can just practice going up and down with no weights on the bar and kind of just getting used to it. The Smith machine allows you to put your feet at various places because the bar on the Smith machine follows a very specific path, it's only going up and down. You can put your feet at various places around the mat, whereas with the barbell machine, your feet have to be directly under the bar, but the Smith machine allows you to put your feet totally in front of it or behind it. You can do a bunch of things. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about a couple exercises that you can do on the Smith machine. Okay, so this one is stiff leg deadlifts. And basically, in order for me to be able to get the bar to go close to the ground, I need to incline myself. So you can see that thing on the bottom. I think that most gyms have something similar to this that you can use to increase your height. This exercise, it primarily works your glute muscles and your hamstring muscles. And when you're doing this exercise, it is so crucial to keep your spine as straight as possible because it can cause a lot of back pain if you do it incorrectly. If you've never done this exercise before, I would recommend starting out without any weights and just learning how to keep your spine straight as you lower your shoulders. And when I do this exercise, my hands are not on the rough part of the bar, they're on the shiny part of the bar, and my hands are facing opposite directions. Both of my hands aren't like this. One of them is like this and one of them is like this. So one of them is facing forwards and one of my hands is facing me. So to do this exercise, you stand shoulder width apart, your knees are slightly bent, and you're bending at the hips, and you're keeping your spine straight as you go down and you lower the bar. And as you're lowering the bar, you'll probably feel it in your glute muscles and your hamstring muscles. If you're kind of unsure about this exercise, I would honestly recommend filming yourself do it, because then you can see if your spine is straight, because if you don't have anyone with you, sometimes it can be hard to know. Okay, so this next exercise is heel elevated sumo squats. So I've gotten 2 plates to place underneath both of my feet, and these plates are both under the bar. They're not too much in front of the bar or too much behind the bar, and these plates are not shoulder width apart, they are a little bit more out. With a sumo squat, you have a wider stance so that you can be in that sumo position, and this exercise targets your glute muscles, your quads and your adductor muscles. Your adductor muscles are the muscles in your inner thigh. Those are your adductor muscles, and you're able to target these muscles just because you're at a wider stance. And as well, it also targets your hamstring muscles. So with this exercise, you start with the bar around your shoulder width height, and you're standing under the bar with your feet wider than shoulder width apart, and your toes are kind of angled outwards. You rotate the bar, so now the bar is resting on your shoulders and being supported by your hand, and you lower your hips towards the ground, and as you're doing this, you're pushing into your heels. And then once you come up, it's really important to push with your heels. Once you come up, you want to use your heels to allow you to elevate up. And when I do this exercise, I usually do 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And when I do squats, I at least try to have my legs be parallel to the floor. I think that is a good indicator that you are reaching the full potential of your squats if your thighs are parallel to the ground, at least parallel to the ground. So to do narrow squats, the bar is again at shoulder width height, and you're standing under the bar with your feet at a narrow stance, so they're quite close together. And again, it's when you're doing these exercises, it's really essential that you're keeping your back straight. And one way to ensure that your back is straight, so you're staring straight forward, your chest is out, shoulder blades are back, and your back is arched. So you don't want to be hunched over. You want to be in this position where you're facing forward, your chest is out, your back is arched, and your shoulder blades are back. And again, when you're doing these exercises, you push with your heels. You don't want to push with your toes. You want to ensure that when you're coming up, you're pushing with your heels. And again, if you're new to the Smith machine, I would recommend using it without any weights and just getting used to having proper technique when you lower and raise the bar, and ensuring that you have correct posture and that your back is straight. And this exercise is split squats. So again, I have that, I don't know what it's called, but it allows you to increase your height or to elevate your foot. So in this case, I'm elevating my back foot and creating that split between my 2 legs. And the foot that is not being elevated is about 1 to 2 feet in front of the bar. And again, in this exercise, you are lowering the bar and ensuring that your spine is neutral and you are looking straight ahead as you lower. Okay, and lastly, another exercise that I like to do on the Smith machine is alternating lunges. And usually alternating lunges is the first exercise that I do if I'm doing a workout on the Smith machine. And usually I do about 4 sets of 20, so 10 lunges on each legs, and I do 4 sets of that. And yeah, this exercise is quite simple, and I think it is a really good warm-up into the other exercises that you're going to be doing during your workout. As well, if I'm doing a superset with the Smith machine, oftentimes I'll do an exercise on the Smith machine and then I will do lunges just beside it. I'll do 20 lunges just beside it. And for those of you who don't know, a superset is basically when you do one exercise and then you immediately jump into another exercise back to back. Yeah, doing a superset just allows you to essentially double the amount of work you're doing. And I like to do them because if I just do an individual exercise and then I rest, sometimes I rest for way too long. I'll just lose track of time, but then doing lunges or doing something else allows me to stay on track. So yeah, those are some simple exercises that you can do on the Smith machine. I really hope that I explained it thoroughly and well. Because I know what it's like to go to the gym and not know how to use a machine, so you just avoid it, and it's you want to use it but you just don't know how. So yeah, I really hope this video helps someone, and thank you so much for watching.